What is going on, everyone? Good morning, good morning. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Keep forgetting it's Tuesday, but short week this week. What's up, Gappy? Lopez, what's going on? Steve. How is everyone doing? Good morning, all. What's everyone looking at today? What is everyone looking at? So, SPY down 1%, QQQ down over 1%, IWM down over 1%, VIX up 6% here. VIX flagging currently, ready to break high a day already. Definitely keeping an eye on VIX. If this breaks out and we see continuation, puts. Right, so first of all, let's take a look at VIX. Right, this is the higher time frame chart. This is a 2-hour. Right, since October 12th, we've seen a decline. Right, we've kind of bottomed out here. Right, we've seen multiple bounces. 1, 2, 3, a higher low. 4. Right, 4 bounces off this low here. Right, we're kind of breaking this downtrend. Right, it's not the most perfect thing, but right, we're kind of breaking this downtrend. Right, this can get very, very ugly. Right, if VIX starts to, pop up here to the upside, look at SPY. Right, SPY, we could trigger some big downside here. Right, we have this trend line from the lows of October. Right, makes perfect sense. Let's see where that huge trend line lines up with. It doesn't need to be so perfect, but right, it kind of lines up with this area right here. Right in the zone back around 396, 397. Kind of in this zone right here. Right where the volume profile lands. Right. So need to keep an eye on VIX. If we see upside today on VIX, SPY, and everything to the downside. We also broke down in the smaller time frames here on SPY. Right, market's overall weak. I feel like the Fed keeps saying they have no idea what to expect anymore. I think Bullard or someone last week was saying they had no idea what to anticipate. Forgot who it was. If everyone could drop a like on the video, I'd appreciate it. You're watching SPX, QQQ, Lucid, Tesla, SPY. Sweet. Top watch for me today is Tesla. Absolutely Tesla. So take a look at the overall setup. We've seen huge upside recently, right? So from the beginning of January, we've seen a 100% move, right? We were at 100. Now we're at, 208. So massive move. Get some comments here. Like I'm talking to myself. Get some activity in the chat. Okay, lost my train of thought. Rising wedge potentially here, right? 3 bounces off this bottom trend line here. Let me know if the music's too loud also. 3 bounces off this bottom trend line, 2 off this top. Right, kind of putting in a rising wedge here. Right, rejection at 214. Rejection again at 214, broke through, a little fake out before, this huge move to the downside with that retest here. Right, that 199 level, super important. Previous resistance. right? Previous support, right? Previous resistance, previous support. Multiple times it bounced off this level, right? We could even draw it out. This is a good, exercise to do if you're having trouble identifying supports and resistances. Draw out the circles. All right, and then just copy and paste them to the levels. Right, like that. This is what you want to do. And then find the levels above and below. Right, so next level below is going to be somewhere around here. Right, and why? Right, we have bounce. All right, bounce. Right, multiple bounces across the board right here, 187. So 199 to 187. That's a big level. All right, that's a big move. I'll take that all day long. All right, this is pretty much what I'm doing in my head, when I'm not drawing it. All right, this is kind of what everyone should be visualizing. Okay, so Tesla, I think, is my top watch today. I'm liking the risk to reward on puts. Ideally, I would like to see a retest of 214, right? A rejection of 214 to give us a triple top, or even a test of this pink trend line up here, and a rejection, and then see a move back down to 187. That's my ideal scenario, but you need to see how it plays out with VIX and SPY as well. Right, SPY, went over this just before, but need to see what happens here at market open with this 404 level. Or so I could identify it. Right, 404.05 is this previous support from Friday. And then below we have some, levels at 402.5 and then 400. So those are the levels to the downside. Above, we have a lot of resistance above, right? There's multiple levels that we could reject at very close. So, everything's opening to the downside here. I'm leaning more towards the downside, but again, never, you never want to have a bias. You always just want to play the levels, right? If this, then do that. Send alert on VIX, above and below. Right, QQQ also, right? We have this double bottom here at 298.2, right? 298.3. Right, previous resistance acted as support, next major level below I'm looking at is around 290 or so. If we don't, we have these resistances here that could act as support, but I like this level, this 290 level better. Like in this 290 level better. Yeah. Right, so if this doesn't hold, 290. 290. IWM. Right, clean levels on IWM. Higher lows, lower highs, multiple levels across the board at 189. Right, previous resistance, then support. So I want to see how this acts at 189. Okay. Tesla went over Lucid. Right, Lucid, great setup today. Multiple bounces off this bottom trend line here. Multiple bounces off this top resistance here. Very tight price action. It's consolidating a ton. Right, it's gonna, it should see a pretty big move here. If it can break out over 11.27, right, we should see a nice move. So set your alerts below the level. Make sure you're ready for a move. Challenge account is at 735. And again, just a warning before market opens, right? And, you know, disclaimer, the challenge account is for high risk, high reward, right? I'm not going to sit here and try and grow it slowly. That's a waste of time for me. I'm trying to grow it as fast as possible, so I'm taking very risky positions, right? With account, with position sizing, I'm talking about. The SPY drops, will it pull Lucid down with it? So, you know, not as significantly as everything else. All right. Obviously, if the whole market's dropping, it, you know, it might, but not as significantly as everything else. What about Coinbase? Let's take a look. They have earnings today. So Coin actually looks pretty good. I like when we consolidate like this and we create these lows like this. Right, so nice little flag here, actually. Pull it back a little bit. All right, we kind of have multiple bounces off this trend line here. Right, previous support, 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 support. Acted as resistance, acting as support now. I do like Coin. I'm going to add it to my watch list and move it under Lucid. Right, if this 61 level can hold, doesn't look too bad, but the only thing is we have earnings. We have earnings today after close, so right, IV is going to be very high, and then you can't really swing it unless you want to play earnings, and I can't stand playing earnings, so but I'll keep an eye on it. I'll see what happens. Let's go to a small time frame. I like when, you know, we have an overall downtrend like this and you break to the upside and you consolidate, right? This consolidation phase is a great area for an entry if it holds. But clean price action, definitely very clean. I'll set an alert at this level here and see what happens when we test this high here. Meta is strong today too. Let's see. Oh yeah, Meta is up as well. Meta is green. Redo this chart. Go to the 1 hour. So I like this price action, right? First of all, clean levels. Yeah, I mean, look at this tightening price action. We bounce right off this line here. Right, so look at this previous resistance, previous support, previous resistance. Right at this 171 level, we bounced right off of it. I'm gonna watch this too today. It's the only thing that's green. So if market gains strength, you know, this is a good look here. I could play it right over this resistance. Add an alert, and then take this one here and add it to the downside. In case this drops, and we could see a pretty big move to the downside. Yeah, it looks pretty good. This is a great risk to reward to the upside, right? Stop loss below here. Thing is, right? Stop loss below here, but think of it as a market maker, right? Everyone's going to have their stop loss here. So it would be ideal for them to pull it down, right? Enter this zone here, right? We come down, or ready? We break out, and then we pull back down below, hit all the stop losses, and then launch back up. Right? I mean, that would be a classic move, right? Trigger people's entries, pull down, hit everyone's stop losses, enter here, and then reverse. Right? So you always just want to, you know, be aware right? And if you take a position for Friday, right, you can always scale into it, right? So you take, you know, one contract here, two contracts here. If it pulls back, right, you enter some more, right? If it's more of a swing trade, right? This is how I would enter a swing trade, right? I want to scale into it, right? You take a few more here, and then if it starts to consolidate at the zone, right, you take a few more, and then if it, you know, continues to the downside, you exit all of them, and if it consolidates and moves back to the upside, you grab some more, and then, you know, anticipate that breakout. Let's take a look. Apple, I'm keeping an eye on as well, right? Clean levels, right? This is the thing I posted on Twitter yesterday. If you didn't see that, go take a look. But clean levels across the board, right? Higher and higher lows, right? 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 3 bounce, 4. If 150.8 rejects here, 149 next, 149.4. Okay. Amazon sitting at these lows of 95.6. Need to see what happens here, but we could see some pretty big downside on Amazon. I'd potentially move back down to 93. Nvidia, higher low. What's price target on Meta? It depends, you know, what kind of trade you want to do. If you want a day trade, right, you're just gonna want, right, you're gonna want to clear this level here, right, previous resistance with the gap above, and then, right, this kind of high here, right, previous support acted as resistance, 181. Right, so these are the targets, and you want to scale out on the move to the upside. Right. All right, and then the final price target would be the high here of, like, you know, 193, 190, 195, 197. You need to keep an eye on SPY. VIX. Yeah, but it looks good. Meta looks good. It's the only thing that's green. Why is it green? Oh, they launched this thing, right? They launched their verified subscription service. Starting a subscription service for its Facebook and Instagram social media platforms called Meta Verify that will allow users to verify their account with a government ID. A blue badge. Oh my god. So now everyone on Instagram is going to have that blue check mark. Wow. You know how many people are going to be pissed that have the blue check mark right now? All those girl influencers are going to get pissed at how hard they worked for their verification. Now anyone's going to have that blue badge if you pay $11.99. Too funny. See what else we got. I don't want to keep an eye on too many things today. EDD is down 6.8%. So I think I'm just going to keep an eye on the ones I just looked at. Yeah, so these names here. Right, these names here. Tesla, Lucid, Meta, Apple. Yeah, it's pretty dumb, in my opinion. Well, why these blow up? Why do these keep getting bigger? What the heck? That is so weird. That's never happened to me. We'll delete these. We don't need them anymore. But yeah, that's everything I'm looking at. Looking to take a trade on the challenge account, hopefully. Hopefully we can, you know, see some gains this week. What questions does everyone have before market opens? We've got 10 minutes to market open. If everyone could drop a like on the video, I'd appreciate it. SPX is the same thing as SPY. What's going on, Shannon? Alright, same thing as SPY. Alright, same exact setup. So, alright, 40.47, 40.60. And then if you want clear levels, just go to a higher time frame so you could see. Alright, try and find common levels. And then, you know, around 40.28 or so. I mean, it depends, you know, what time frame you're looking at, but 40.39. Alright, previous resistance. Acted as support. And then above, right, you got this zone here. At this previous level here. 40.77, right? Previous resistance. Acted as resistance again. So on. Really going to be keeping an eye on VIX, SPY, and Tesla. And Meta. All right, Meta is still pushing here. But market's overall weak, so it's going to be... I guarantee if I take calls on Meta, everyone is going to... And it doesn't work, everyone's going to say, why are you fighting the trend? It's all about risk to reward. All about risk to reward. But I do like Tesla the best. Tesla puts. Alright, I kind of want to see a rejection of 208.69. Alright, but I'm going to watch this though. Okay. If no one has any questions, everyone's quiet today. No one's got any questions, then that's it for me. That would be it from me. So I guess let's head over to the Discord and let's catch up with everyone else. Amazon. Yeah, Amazon just keeping an eye on you're just listening, sweet. Yeah, Amazon just keep an eye at 95.65, right? This double triple bottom here. And then below, you know, not the next level below is like 93 or so. Yeah, 93 or so. Target. Target looks pretty good too. Right, we have a little double bottom here, and then we're kind of putting in higher lows, but we're opening below. And then we have this resistance here. Right, but we do have this double bottom, so keep an eye at that double bottom. 168.84. If this holds, you know, it looks pretty good. You're very welcome. Yeah, target looks pretty good. I'll set an alert around here so I can remember to look at it. XOM. Yeah, XOM's super choppy. Not really a fan of trading this. Not my favorite, right? There's really no setup at all here. But 5 minutes to market open. Let's transition to the Discord so we can catch up with everyone and see what everyone else is looking at. As always, plan the trade, trade the plan, and let's get after it today. Good luck, everyone. See you in the Discord.